My name is Karen Powell Gonzalez, and I'm here to talk to you guys about relocating after school. So, a little bit of background about myself. I graduated from Western in 2016, and upon graduation, I had accepted a job in Fort Myers, Florida. Now, I am a Louisville girl. I was raised there, very proud of my Kentucky roots, and if I'm being honest with you guys, Florida is one of the last places I thought or really wanted to live, but the job was great. And I will tell you guys that even with my apprehension, it was one of the best decisions to relocate that I made probably in my entire life. And I'm not just saying that because I met my husband down in Florida. That was definitely a perk, but personally, it was an amazing decision to expand my horizons and really grow as an individual. So if you're considering relocating, I've got some practical advice for you guys in your process of considering whether or not to move, and then of course while preparing, and then I've got some advice once you have relocated. So if you're considering relocating, that's a big decision. Kudos to you for thinking about doing this. As you're considering relocating, location is obviously very important. And of course, having a job once you're there is also pretty important. So once you've secured that job, I want you to think about the salary that you've just accepted and the lifestyle that you'd like to have in this city. Are the things that you want to do within the range of affordability for the salary you've been given? And I'll give you an extreme example. Let's just say you've accepted a job in Manhattan. Kudos to you. Big jump. Very cool. Let's make sure that the salary that you've accepted allows for a Manhattan lifestyle, that you can afford an apartment that's livable and different things like that. And that goes for any location in the US. Just be really honest with yourself if that salary is going to support the kind of lifestyle that you'd like to have. Now, if you're considering several locations for living, that's great. I highly encourage you guys to go visit them in person. And this might be a really weird piece of advice, but while you're in those cities, go to the grocery store that you think you might go to. It seems like a really silly tip, but it's a really mundane activity that you're going to be doing anywhere you live. And if you can see yourself doing that process, well, chances are you could live pretty well in that city. So make an effort to go to the grocery store. Now, let's imagine, I should say, that you have decided to relocate. You've accepted the job, you've got a move date, that's great. Now you're going to start preparing. So come into the season with a budget. Consider your new salary, and of course what your rent payments are going to be for your living situation. Think about your student loan payments that will likely come to be due, starting in 6 months after you graduate. Just make a really nice budget for yourself so you feel prepared going into this new season. And be sure to account for upfront costs. Typically when you're renting an apartment, they'll require a deposit and 2 months rent. So if you need some time to save for that, account that into your move date and different things like that. And if you really want to be savvy with your money, explore a roommate option. That's what I did when I moved to Florida. My organization had actually a roommate finder. So don't be afraid to reach out to your recruiter from your organization to see if they have a process in place to match you with a roommate. Now, let's imagine fast forward that you're in your new city, you're in your new apartment, you're living your best life as an independent adult. Here's some hard truths that I'll share with you. Realize that wherever you've moved, if it's somewhere you've never lived, isn't going to be home. That's not a bad thing. This is something that I struggled with because I missed Louisville a lot. But what I found is when you're uncomfortable, and that was how I felt, right? Nothing was familiar. There were all these new different people and my routine was different and I was just learning to live a new chapter of my life. But I found that when you're uncomfortable like that, you're on the precipice of personal growth. You've just taken an amazing leap of faith in yourself and your capabilities. So rest in the fact that you are so prepared. You've had 4 amazing years at Western who have given you all kinds of experiences to help you be successful at this point. So know that it's not home, but also know that you are ready. And I hope that you're excited at the prospect of this new chapter in your life where you'll meet new and wonderful people and learn and experience so many new things. So kudos to you for exploring the option of relocating. I know it'll be a great, scary, exciting chapter, but it's worth it in the end because you'll come out with just so many great experiences. So as always, leverage your Hilltopper network. It's likely that someone from Western lives in the city that you're relocating, which is pretty cool. So see if you can find an alumni network, and of course, reach out if you have any questions. So good luck, enjoy the process, say yes to everything you can that's, of course, safe, and you're gonna be awesome. So go Big Red, and good luck.